Robyn Brown's world has been turned upside down in the most public and dramatic way imaginable. What started as quiet murmurs about jealousy has erupted into a major marital crisis, leaving the entire sister wives community on edge. The spark came from a shocking revelation shared by podcaster Briana Chicken Fry, one so startling that it has forced fans to question the future of Robyn and Kody's relationship. During the finale of her Best Friends Forever podcast, Briana casually mentioned that Kody told his fellow Special Forces castmates that Robyn couldn't attend press events because she might become violent. It wasn't about being busy, taking care of the kids, or feeling unwell according to Kody. Robyn's jealousy posed a physical threat to someone she had never met. Think about that, a husband warning near strangers that his wife could be dangerous. This isn't ordinary marital tension. It's a red flag of unprecedented intensity. For those following the Brown family saga, this pattern might feel eerily familiar. But this incident takes things to a new, disturbing level. The revelation came at what should have been a celebratory time. Briana had dinner with Sean Johnson East and Drew East, and Judith the night before the Special Forces press events. Earlier that day, they had all crossed paths with Kody, and when asked where Robyn was, Kody didn't offer the usual excuses. He didn't say she was busy with the kids or feeling unwell. Instead, he painted a picture of a woman so consumed by jealousy that it was unsafe for her to be in public. This admission is telling. Kody felt comfortable sharing intimate details about Robyn's emotional state with people he barely knew, knowing they would eventually talk about it publicly. And they did, spreading the news that Robyn allegedly threatened a 26-year-old podcaster whose only crime was being partnered with Kody on a reality competition. Sources suggest that ever since Kody returned from filming, tension at home and Flagstaff became unbearable. Each interview, podcast appearance, or mention of Briana reportedly sent Robyn spiraling into paranoia and rage, creating a toxic home environment. These weren't quiet talks or calm conversations. They were explosive confrontations revealing just how insecure Robyn has become. To understand the intensity of her reaction, you need to look at what happened during Special Forces filming. Kody wasn't just casually around Briana. They were paired together for nearly every challenge. Even during car rides and in shared sleeping arrangements, the two were in close proximity for days. Robyn had no control, no ability to monitor interactions, and for the first time in years, Kody was navigating a relationship with another woman without her constant oversight. Losing this control has apparently shaken Robyn to her core. It wasn't just the time spent with Briana that triggered Robyn's jealousy, it was who Briana is. At 26, she is 21 years younger than Robyn, confident and unburdened by the traumas of plural marriage. She didn't need Kody's approval, didn't compete for his attention, and wasn't trying to attract him. Yet she accomplished what Robyn has spent 15 years doing, holding Kody accountable and calling him out when he was wrong. She did it without flattery, without treating him like someone special, and the public loved her for it. This left Robyn feeling undermined in a way that no previous wife ever had. Robyn's identity has been deeply tied to her ability to guide and manage Kody. She has positioned herself as indispensable, the only one capable of handling him, keeping him in check and protecting his reputation. But Briana walked in and did it better than Robyn ever has, without coddling him. Kody responded to her, respected her boundaries, and took her feedback seriously. Watching this dynamic unfold reportedly forced Robyn to confront uncomfortable truths about herself and her marriage. Kody's positive response to Briana directly contradicted everything Robyn believed about her own importance in his life, adding to the complexity. Kody's post-filming interviews revealed how preoccupied he remained with Briana. He discussed her interactions and criticized himself for his behavior, even joking about her calling him creepy or needing to clean up. His repeated focus on her, coupled with Robyn's obsessive replaying of these interviews, seems to have fueled her insecurities even further. It suggested that Robyn has been analyzing every detail, every glance, tone, or moment of interaction, creating a perfect storm of paranoia and jealousy. The statement that Robyn might have posed a physical threat to Briana is staggering. Sources are divided on whether Kody exaggerated, whether Robyn genuinely expressed such rage, or whether Kody intentionally shared this information to manipulate public perception. While Robyn is known for avoiding direct confrontation and often relies on Kody to shield her from conflict, past allegations and insider claims suggest she may have a more aggressive, controlling side behind closed doors. Kody himself has hinted at her protective instincts turning physical. There's speculation that Kody could have intentionally encouraged this narrative. He could have used any reasonable excuse for Robyn's absence. She was home with the kids, for instance, but instead, he framed her as unstable, Some insiders believe he is repeating a pattern seen in his past marriages, subtly undermining his wife, sharing her flaws publicly, creating drama, and eventually justifying his departure while positioning himself as the victim. Fans who watched his divorces from Mary, Janelle, and Christine may recognize the strategy: build distance, criticize publicly, and allow tensions to escalate until leaving seems inevitable. Robyn's intense reaction to Briana isn't necessarily about romantic jealousy alone. Briana represents everything Robyn has sacrificed: self-respect, boundaries, and the ability to confront Kody's behavior honestly. Watching Kody struggle publicly, needing Briana's guidance, forced Robyn to face the reality she's been avoiding for 15 years. Her husband's behavior is fundamentally disrespectful and controlling. Briana exposed it, while Robyn enabled it, reinforcing the sense of loss and betrayal. The future of Kody and Robyn's marriage now hangs in the balance. Observers are left questioning whether divorce number 4 is imminent. Kody's continued focus on Briana, combined with Robyn's escalating jealousy and paranoia, suggests a repeating cycle of emotional manipulation and marital breakdown. If past patterns hold true, Kody may be strategically laying the groundwork for an eventual exit. Robyn, meanwhile, is forced to confront the harsh truths about her marriage, her sacrifices, and the reality of the man she's devoted her life to. Where this leaves the Brown family is uncertain. Will Robyn and Kody survive this crisis, or is the end inevitable? Fans are watching closely as tensions escalate, waiting for the next twist in a drama that's anything but ordinary. Robyn Brown's world has been completely upended in the most public way possible. What began as quiet whispers about jealousy has exploded into a full-blown marital crisis, leaving the entire sister wives community on edge. The trigger came from a shocking revelation shared by podcaster Briana Chicken Fry during the finale of her Best Friends Forever podcast. She mentioned that Kody told his fellow Special Forces castmates that Robyn couldn't attend press events because she might act violently. This wasn't about being busy taking care of the kids or feeling unwell. Kody described Robyn as so consumed by jealousy that she could physically harm someone she had never met. A husband warning mere strangers that his wife could be dangerous isn't ordinary marital tension, it's a major red flag. For anyone who has followed the Brown family saga, this pattern might feel familiar, but it's taken to a whole new level here. The revelation came during what should have been a celebratory time. Briana had dinner with Sean Johnson East and Drew East and Judith the night before the Special Forces press events. When asked where Robyn was, Kody didn't offer the usual excuses of being home with the kids or feeling unwell. Instead, he painted a picture of a woman consumed by jealousy to the point of being unsafe in public. This admission is telling. Kody felt comfortable sharing intimate details about Robyn's emotional state with people he barely knew, knowing they would eventually talk about it publicly. And they did, spreading the story that Robyn allegedly threatened a 26-year-old podcaster whose only connection to her husband was being paired with him on a reality show. Sources suggest that tension in the Brown household and Flagstaff became almost unbearable as soon as Kody returned from filming. Each interview, podcast appearance, or mention of Briana reportedly sent Robyn into spirals of paranoia and rage, creating a toxic environment at home. These weren't quiet discussions. They were explosive confrontations revealing just how insecure Robyn has become. To understand why this crisis is so intense, it's important to look at what happened during Special Forces filming. Kody wasn't casually around Briana. They were paired together for nearly every challenge. Car rides, sleeping arrangements, even shared moments during the competition forced them into close proximity for days. Robyn had no control over the situation, no ability to oversee or influence their interactions. For the first time in years, Kody was navigating a relationship with another woman without her guidance. Losing this control has shaken Robyn to her core. It wasn't just the time spent with Briana that set off Robyn's jealousy, it was who Briana is. At 26, she is 21 years younger than Robyn, confident and unburdened by the pressures and trauma of plural marriage. She didn't need Kody's approval, didn't compete for his attention, and wasn't trying to win his favor. Yet she managed to accomplish what Robyn has spent 15 years doing, holding Kody accountable and calling him out when he behaved badly. And she did it without fawning over him, without treating him like someone special. The public noticed and loved her for it, which left Robyn feeling undermined in a way no previous wife ever had. Robyn's identity has long been tied to her role as Kody's guide and manager. She has positioned herself as the only one capable of keeping him in line, protecting his reputation and controlling the dynamics of their marriage. But Briana came in and performed that same role better than Robyn ever has. without coddling Kody or treating him like fragile royalty. Kody responded to her, respected her boundaries, and accepted her criticism, something he hasn't consistently done with Robyn. Watching this dynamic unfold reportedly forced Robyn to confront uncomfortable truths about herself and her marriage. Kody's willingness to respond to Briana directly contradicted Robyn's long-held belief that she was irreplaceable and indispensable. The tension escalated further after filming, when Kody continued to talk about Briana in interviews and on podcasts. He described her directness, her ability to manage him, and even joked about her calling him creepy or pointing out his flaws. He did this repeatedly, often unprompted, and sources suggest Robyn noticed every single detail. Her reaction reportedly became obsessive, analyzing every glance, every tone, every interaction between Kody and Briana. This kind of scrutiny fueled spiraling paranoia and heightened her jealousy to extremes. The claim that Robyn might have posed a physical threat is staggering, and insiders remain divided on whether Kody exaggerated, whether Robyn genuinely expressed such rage, or whether Kody shared this deliberately to manipulate perceptions. Robyn has a history of avoiding direct confrontation, often letting Kody act as her buffer in conflicts. But past reports and insider accounts suggest she may have a more controlling, aggressive side behind closed doors. Kody himself has hinted at this, bragging in the past about Robyn defending him to the point of confrontation. So perhaps this threat wasn't entirely hyperbole, it might reflect real emotional and behavioral tension. There's strong speculation that Kody may have intentionally fueled this narrative. He could have offered a simple, reasonable explanation for Robyn's absence, like being home with the kids, but instead, he framed her as emotionally unstable. This mirrors a pattern seen in his past marriages. In previous relationships, Kody created distance, publicly criticized his wives, amplified conflict, and eventually justified leaving while presenting himself as the victim. Fans familiar with his divorces from Mary, Chanel, and Christine may recognize this strategy. He builds tension, shares his wife's flaws with others, and positions himself as trapped in an impossible relationship before ultimately checking out. Robyn's intense reaction to Briana isn't purely romantic jealousy. Briana represents everything Robyn has sacrificed over 15 years: self-respect, healthy boundaries, and the ability to confront Kody's behavior directly. Watching Kody struggle in front of Briana, needing her guidance, forced Robyn to face a harsh reality she's been avoiding for years. Her husband's behavior is deeply controlling and disrespectful, and she has enabled it for over a decade. Briana didn't excuse Kody's actions. She called him out, while Robyn has historically shielded and managed him. The combination of public exposure and seeing someone else handle Kody better than she ever has intensified Robyn's frustration and sense of loss. Kody's repeated focus on Briana after filming, along with Robyn's obsessive analysis of interviews and public appearances, has created a cycle of jealousy and paranoia. Every comment he made, every recounting of moments spent with Briana, reportedly triggered Robyn further. Industry insiders suggest she has been interrogating Kody about every detail, from car rides to bunking arrangements, trying to extract reassurance that she hasn't received. Meanwhile, Kody's behavior seems consistent with a calculated pattern, creating situations that provoke reactions he can later point to as evidence of instability. This public framing of Robyn as irrational and controlling is concerning. Some insiders believe Kody may even welcome her extreme reactions, because it provides ammunition to justify his perspective on the marriage. In past relationships, he has used similar dynamics to portray himself as the reasonable party trapped with an unreasonable spouse. By drawing attention to Robyn's jealousy and obsessive behavior, he could be laying the groundwork for an eventual exit while maintaining public sympathy. The situation becomes even more complex when considering what special forces revealed about Kody himself. The show exposed his deep-seated misogyny and lack of respect for women. Drill sergeants repeatedly called him out for refusing to work as an equal with female teammates, avoiding eye contact with women in authority, and showing little regard for others' contributions. Briana witnessed this firsthand, managing his behavior while he struggled to function as an equal partner. Robyn, watching these dynamics play out, likely saw herself reflected in the pattern she's tolerated for years. She has enabled Kody's behavior, excusing it and positioning herself as the handler rather than demanding equality. Briana, by contrast, didn't excuse or enable him. She confronted him directly and publicly, and the audience celebrated her honesty and assertiveness. This validation of Briana's approach forced Robyn to confront uncomfortable truths about her own life and choices. Her anger and jealousy, while extreme, are rooted in the realization that she has sacrificed autonomy, self-respect, and healthy boundaries for a husband who fundamentally disrespects women. Briana's 9 days with Kody highlighted the dysfunction Robyn has enabled for over a decade. The disparity between how Kody responds to someone like Briana versus Robyn herself has shaken Robyn to her core. The bigger picture raises troubling questions about the future of their marriage. Kody's repeated focus on Briana, coupled with Robyn's escalating jealousy and obsession, mirrors a cycle he has used in the past, creating emotional distance, publicly criticizing his wife and eventually positioning himself as a victim. Sources suggest Kody may even be deliberately triggering Robyn, watching her reactions to use as evidence of instability while distancing himself emotionally. Whether this is conscious manipulation or an automatic pattern, from years of repeating the same behaviors, the result appears to be the same: tension, distrust, and potential marital collapse. Ultimately, this crisis isn't just about jealousy or romantic insecurity. It's about Robyn confronting the reality that she has devoted her life to someone fundamentally incapable of respecting women, and the system she's relied on to maintain her position enabling Kody, and managing his behavior has failed. Briana became the focal point of her rage and disappointment because she exposed a truth Robyn could no longer ignore. Her sacrifices may have been for someone unworthy of them. Where does this leave the Brown marriage? The trajectory suggests trouble ahead. Divorce number 4 seems increasingly possible given the patterns, the manipulations, and the intense emotional spirals at play. Fans are left watching as tensions mount, wondering if Robyn and Kody can survive this, or if history will repeat itself once again.